it's very interesting that the music is robotic, the dancing is robotic. Um, what good can possibly come from this electronica? I'm not sure. Don't get me wrong. I like some of it. I like some of it a lot. But I wonder where everything will end. I wonder what the end point will be when.
I don't know if you have some term in English, but we call it sheep. Like mainstream people are sheep.
Mhm.
And yeah, and that's what government needs to needs to I can't speak.
It's okay.
But you know what I mean. Yes, so
Yeah, it's mechanical music for mechanical people. It's music very often without the human element, without feeling and emotion. And the great thing about music is that music itself is a drug, and you should be able, because everyone knows music is a drug. You hear a song and it changes the way you feel. Yeah, happy song can make you happy, funny song can make you laugh, sad song can make you cry. So, uh, so it's very powerful. Now, if you have to take a drug, which many people do in and around modern music, especially in clubs, and they have done for long periods of time, you can go back to the raves in Britain in the 80s, or you can go way back to the 1960s, hippie music, flower power, drugs, sex, drugs, rock and roll. Um, if you have to take a drug to enjoy a drug, some, something's
doesn't make any sense. Yeah.
absolutely right. It doesn't make any sense. It it's backwards, really. This is completely backwards because if you need to take a drug to enjoy a drug, then obviously the first drug is not really very good. Yeah, there has been a very, very, very powerful push for electronic music in society since since the late 1970s. That there's been promotion, publicity. Yeah. Since because I say the late 1970s because that's when the first drum machines were used.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know how I know that. I listened to some radio program about music in the past, and they were talking to uh, some black disco dance artists from the 70s, and they were talking about using the first drum machines, the first time they got drum machines and used them in their recording, and that was the beginning of the electronica. Um, no, of course I like some of it, but what I like is not the electronic music. I like the human part of it, which will be the singing or the fact that a person will add something that a computer will not add. That they'll try and do something different, right? Do you think that a computer could create what does the fox say? Only, right? That crazy piece of dance, disco, pop music. That there's no way that a computer could create that. Only the human mind could be so bizarre enough to create a song called "What Does the Fox Say" and have these ying 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 and all these weird
I
sounds and things.
understand.
But it's done in a funny way. Yeah, it's done with a sense of humor, and it's very hard to do that. You try to write a piece of music that other people think is funny is really difficult. Yeah, because humor is personal. I'm sure there are things that you find funny that nobody else does, right?
Yeah.
Okay, okay, yeah, that's normal.
Internal humor.
Yeah,
Sometimes.
yeah, absolutely. It happens to all of us. There are things that we all that there are things that make only us laugh because only we have our experience and only we can see the bizarreness or the absurdity or the craziness of the situation. So, um, so humor is always very personal. So trying to tell a joke that will make other people laugh, really laugh, or write a song that's funny is really complicated.